Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Daljeet and today we will learn that how we should plan our cue card. We have three parts in speaking. Today we will discuss how you can score well in the part 2. That is the cue card in which you have 1 minute to prepare and you have to speak for 2 minutes. So now I'll tell you the planning, that how you should do the planning of your cue card and what things you need to keep in your mind while you are planning your cue card. Okay, because there are many students who asked me, and even many of them they find it difficult to prepare a cue card. So in this one I'll give you tips and the way I prepare the cue cards. So let's get started. So we all know that we have to plan the cue card in 1 minute and we have to speak for 2 minutes or until the examiner stops you. So it is suggested that you should not stop before the examiner stops you in the exam. And what things you need to check while you are doing the planning, this is what we have to do. You have to check the tenses in which you have to answer. Like suppose if they're asking you about a journey that you had in the past, then you will use the past tense. After that, when they ask you, the latest cue card is there that something you do after your job or school. So there you will use the present tense because that is something that you are doing on regular basis and that is in the present. After that, when they ask you something that you want to do in the future, suppose your dream house, how will your dream house be, and something you want to do in the future, suppose if you want to change your city, if you want to change your country, that is going to be in the future tense. So that thing you need to check, that which tense you have to use. You need to have complete knowledge of the tenses. And the next thing is vocabulary. You need to understand which word you need to use where, because some words can be used at different places and some words they do not fit in when you are using it, so that will have negative impact. So work on that. Then we have the questions. We have to see which questions are there and what we have to answer. Okay, and then the sequence, in what sequence you will be answering the questions. Suppose if they're asking you about your future plan, or maybe you want to move to some other city, then how you will be answering it. You can't say that I want to move to this city and then the reasons are coming at the end. The sequence will not be correct, so you have to work on the sequence as well. The next thing is to make a story. Like sometimes the things have happened in our life, but sometimes we haven't experienced that. So in that case, you have to make a story. You have to fabricate one, because not all the things all of us have experienced in our life. So you have to check that how you can put your thoughts together and you can make a cue card, because you have to speak for 2 minutes. Now these are the things that you have to see while you are starting the planning, while you have read the question and then you are going to start the planning. These things you have to check. So the next thing that we have to do is, do not miss the introduction, otherwise you may have less ideas. Because most of the students, what they do is they start from the 3 questions which are given. They do not give any introduction or background statement, and maybe in between they lack ideas. They will not get anything to speak on. So to avoid this situation, you have to give some introduction that can be of 2 sentences, not more than 2. 2 sentences are completely all right. Okay. The next thing is, you have to imagine the situation. When you imagine something, you can narrate the story in a better way. So always imagine it so that you can present the story in a way, because sometimes we just imagine the things, those are imaginary, something has not happened in our life, so that should look real. That is why you should imagine the situation. You should understand that how, if you are telling the story to someone, how the person is going to understand. Because we have seen movies, how they do everything, they make us familiar with everything. So the story goes on and we understand how a film is made, how a movie is made. So the same thing is here. You have to imagine the situation properly so that the person who is listening to you can understand it easily and can relate to what you are telling at that time. Okay, then you have to check the questions: what, why, where, when, whom, and how. Which questions are there and how you have to answer these questions. And sometimes we have three questions that we have to answer. We have to stick to the topic. Okay, so sometimes the thing is, when they are asking with whom you went, suppose they're talking about the trip, with whom you went, for this you can give only 2 to 3 sentences. You cannot elaborate this one. So this is completely all right. You can speak more on the other questions in which you have something to speak. But if you do not find anything, do not get stuck onto it. Think about the next question. The next thing is to write keywords. You should always write keywords, because some students, what they do is, in the exam, even while doing the preparation, they will say we are prepared, we do not need to write. That is wrong, because when you are speaking, just look onto the paper. You will get some idea, you will get some keyword, the vocabulary that you have written, you will get, and it will be easy for you to recall that what you were trying to say, and maybe some of the words, they get skip out from your mind. When you see, you will be able to recall that how and what questions you have to answer, because some students, they forget the questions: why, whom, and when. Write the keywords, write the vocabulary, write what you wanted to say, so it will be easy if in between you get stuck. The next thing is to use connectors, but do not overdo them. You should use connectors, but do not overdo. Like after every sentence there is a connector. That is not needed. Use connector when there is a need, like firstly, secondly, finally, eventually. These kind of connectors you should use. You should check that they should be natural. So the next thing is work on grammar and pronunciation. The students who are aiming for 7 or 7+ band score, they should have proper knowledge of the grammar, that how things are used, how the tenses are used. They cannot do these mistakes, like grammatical mistakes, a big no, when you're aiming for 7 or 7+ band score. Then is pronunciation, because we keep on saying that you have to learn new words, you should use vocabulary. But if you do not know the pronunciation, if you do not know how to pronounce a word, how to use that word, that will be of no use, because that is going to deduct your marks if you are using a word but the pronunciation is wrong. So you have to work on this as well. Okay, so suppose we have this cue card, an old person you know and respect. The tense would be present, because you have to tell about someone you know and you respect. Okay, then how you know this person, who this person is, you will tell. How you know him, her, this will be in the past. This question will be in the past, because you have to tell how and from when you know this person, and why you admire him or her. What are the reasons, what things he or she does that make you admire him. So you have to answer these questions. You have to fabricate a story, like you have to tell about respecting someone. Like for old person, you can make an introduction that from my childhood I have learned that I have to respect my elders. So whenever there is someone, I greet them, and I leave no stone unturned to make them feel special and respected. This is the introduction. Then who the person is, you have to tell. You can even tell the name, who the person is, what they do, even their profession, and why you respect. Okay, so here you will tell who the person is, the person, their name, their profession. That will come here. This is going to be in the present tense. Then we have how you know him or her. So this is going to be in the past, because you know him, her from the past, but you respect him or her till now. So you have to check the tenses like this. Then why you admire him or her, what things he or she does, or what things he or she has done Okay, so that also you can give here. Like suppose you met someone somewhere, you were attracted by their personality, their way of speaking, their way of helping, or their way of treating others. So you can tell that, and some things from the present that he or she does. So this is how you plan a cue card. So this is the cue card. Describe a time when you tried to do something which were not very successful. So you have to tell about something when you tried to learn something or you did something but you couldn't be successful. You have to understand the question that you were not very successful. Okay, when it was, what you tried, why it was not very successful, and how you felt about it. This question you will get in almost all the cue cards, so you have to prepare this one always, and try to learn some vocabulary words about feelings. I felt anxious, I felt delighted, I felt proud. So learn these kind of words. Suppose you got disappointed, so you can say I was disappointed with this experience. So learn these kind of words which tell the feelings, because you will get this question. Okay, so these are two ways by students they can prepare the cue card. Suppose you can write the numbering like this. The first question, when it was, what you tried, why it was not very successful, how you felt about it. You will write when, what, why, and how you felt. So you can write the answers like when it was, last year, last month, when I was in college, when I was in school. So that is your wish. What you tried. Suppose we can say it like this cue card I have already uploaded on my channel, and I talked about car driving, that I learned car driving but I couldn't do it well, so it was not successful. So you can talk about that, or maybe you can talk about cooking. We will keep it simple because we are learning here, so I'm keeping it simple. The link of the playlist I'll leave in the description, so you can check all the latest cue card there, because all of them, the 71 cue cards, have been uploaded on my channel. Okay, next is why it was not very successful. You did cooking, and why it was not successful? Because I was new and I learned it from a video, so I couldn't understand the intricacies. Okay, and how you felt about it? I felt disappointed. This is how you have to plan. You in this 1 minute you will write all these things in the free hand. Do not write full sentences, just the keyword that will help you recall your thoughts while you are speaking. These things you have written. If you get any other vocabulary, if you get any other word, you can write here. Okay, or the same thing like when it was, you will write last year here, what it was. So students, what they do is they go like this, they answer it like when, what, why, and how you felt about it. The same things you will write here. Last year, what it was cooking or it was car driving. Why it was not successful, you can tell about any disaster, like you cooked something and it was salty, or maybe it was not cooked properly, or it was burnt. So you can tell it here. Then how you felt about it. Obviously the thing was not successful, so we will be disappointed. So that is the reason I told you you should learn some words that describe your feelings, like how you felt. If you were very happy, you can say I was on cloud 9, I was anxious, and I was disappointed, I was delighted. These kind of words for these questions you must learn. Okay, so this is how you can plan a cue card, simple way. Okay, because some students they can't do it like this, like they find it confusing, like I used to find it confusing. This is how I used to plan, the simple way, just the questions and just the answers that I wanted to write, the vocabulary I wanted to write. This is how I used to do. Some students they find it the best, so you can do it like this. Just write the things here, and when you are speaking, just see what things you have written, what you're missing, what is the next question. Suppose you're answering when and what, this is what you remembered, but Why? You're not able to recall. You will be able to see this is the third question. This is what I have to answer. But suppose if you have made a proper story that this thing happened, the question was that something that was not very successful. You will tell about failures. This is going to be the introduction. You can say that failures are part of life and we cannot overlook them in our life at any cost. Okay, then when it was when I was in my college. I wanted to learn cooking, then I tried something. Okay, so then you forgot that what you have to speak. Why? This should be in your mind that if I'm learning something, then it is not successful, then it's going to be the why. So this is how, when you imagine the situation, when you plan it properly, the questions will be there in your mind. You just need to see some vocabulary that maybe you're missing, or the questions which you are missing. You can plan your cue card using any of these methods. Always write what you want to speak, because that will help you and you will never forget the vocabulary as well. While you are doing practice, like, you can use any of these methods. You have to do practice. You have to see which one works for you and how you can do the planning. If you have any questions, any doubts about planning the cue card, you can let me know. And if you found this video useful, kindly like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.